What's up, guys? Hello and welcome. Today I'm bringing you a match between me and Scrapduck. I am on the left playing Enel, and he is on the right testing out a new Whitebeard list. I do win die roll, and I decide to let him go first because I just feel like putting Whitebeard first is just the best answer because you have to take life, you know? So, yep, I did mulligan. And let's see what I get out of my mulligan. My first hand was like okay, but I didn't want to keep it. But yeah, let's see. Looks like I got a pretty decent hand, but no turn one play. So no Shura in my first hand. He goes ahead and goes 6. I go ahead and take this because what else am I gonna do? So I get a Yamato off my first life, and I get a Yamato off my second life, which is like kind of crazy. Like, I don't really want them right now, but it's okay. I wanted more triggers so that way I could send everything in. So he takes his life and he... Oh, I swing 5 into his Zoro and he counters out. And I go ahead and play my Sanji blocker. But yeah, he's down to 4 life now and he's going on to his turn. So after this, he'll be going to 3 life. He goes 7 into life. I go ahead and take this, and again I get no trigger, but I do get a Gadatsu, which I'm happy about. He swings into my life one more time, and with 1 Dawn up, I'm like, alright, I'll go ahead and take this because I'll heal. I get Shirahoshi trigger, so I draw 3, and let's see what I decide to trash here. I believe I resolve Shirahoshi first. Yeah, I'm telling him now, I'm going Shirahoshi first, and then I'll do Enel. Let's see what I decide. I decide to get rid of one Enel, I believe. No, I go ahead and get rid of the other Shirahoshi and then Enel effect. And I get rid of the Amaru. Or nope, I get rid of the Enel just in case he gets a Marco blocker. Which at this current state, I don't know if he runs them or not. I believe he's trying a pure Straw Hat engine. But, you know, this is our first match. I'm not sure if he's running them or not. But I go ahead and keep the Amaru just in case. I have 6 Dawn, so let's see what I decide to do here. I go ahead and swing into the Zoro, and he counters it, and I'm like, nice, because at this point I just want to get rid of cards from his hand, because I did pull the Gadatsu off of life, and he has 3, so I go ahead and play Gadatsu, pop his Zoro, and he has 1 active Dawn. He just kind of, I don't think he has an event in hand, so he's not really thinking about it. I swing 6 with my leader, or my blocker Sanji, and pass. Alright, so he's on 7 Dawn turn. So right in here, it's kind of looking like ace if he has it. Just so he can clear my blocker so I get less swings. And this is kind of what I want. Because I want him to swing into the Sanji and kill it or hit my life. And I get to see if I get a trigger. So let's see what he decides here. He does have the ace. He's hovering it right now. Let's see what he decides. I do feel like any red matchup for Enel is actually pretty nice if they're not able to swarm the board too hard. So let's see. He goes 6, I believe, into Sanji, and I 2k counter this. And he goes ace, and he goes ahead and swings and minuses, I believe, the Sanji. I think all of this is going into the Sanji. And I'm deciding here if I want to save it. I'm like, I don't want to give up 5k or 6k counter for this. But yeah, this was, you know, I kind of wanted to stave off some damage, so that's why I went ahead and played something for him to swing at. Because I don't want to go to 0 health. That is my, like, main issue right now, is if I go down to 0. But yeah, I go 7 into the ace. I'm trying to get cards out of his hand. And I'm like, okay, cool, I got a 1k counter, but what do I do now? This is my issue, is figuring out how I want to play this out. So I'm counting my Dawn. I want to see if I can do Ohm Holy. So let's see, I can do an Ohm Holy play and it leaves me with 3 Dawn left. So let's see. I go 2. I give 3k to my leader. So now he's at 8. And with 1 Dawn, I go 9, I believe, into the ace. Because I don't want to just give him his life. But he gives me the round table, which keeps the ace alive. And I'm like, damn, okay. So we go Ohm. Ohm bottom decks a bunch of 2k counters. But I do have the dog in hand, and I go ahead and play the dog. And here we go. So I reestablished the 6k body with a 6k body that he's going to want to swing at, which is easier for me to save. He's at 9 Dawn, so he could drop a Whitebeard here. Let's see. He does have one in hand. I saw it. Yeah, he goes ahead and he goes Whitebeard. Goes 8k into, I believe, my Gadatsu. And I decide here is, do I keep it alive or do I just let it go? I count the cards in my hand. I'm like, okay, I need to be able to actually drop my Yamatos and heal. So I let him go. It kind of sucks, but I needed to keep the bodies. Or not bodies, I needed to keep cards in hand. And now I'm at 10 Dawn. So I kind of can just do whatever I want at this point. I can heal with Katakuri by putting... I did draw a Katakuri for turn, I just saw it. I could heal with Shirahoshi. I can force more counter out of hand. So I go ahead and I swing 8 here. My goal here is to make him drop a card before I clear his ace. I put his ace on the bottom so that way I know when I swing for game, he'll be going down to whatever he has in his hand. And it looks like for turn here, he actually drew another Whitebeard. And that kind of sucks. So he goes ahead and drops, he goes 8 again. He goes 8 into my Ohm, I believe, because he doesn't want me to heal for no reason. Yeah, so he clears the Holy, and he doesn't swing Whitebeard because he doesn't want me to swing back with only 1 Dawn up. So I go ahead and swing 8 into lead to see if I can get a counter out. I go Yamato for 9, and I go ahead and heal. I'm trying to keep my life up so that way it's harder for him, but I did give him a Katakuri to swing at, which is a little bittersweet. I can save it, but it would take all the cards in my hand. He goes 10 into it, and oh no, he goes 10 into life. I go ahead and I think if I want to activate this trigger, it's an Amaru, and I think I do go ahead. I drop 2 Holies to heal, trying to keep myself at a safe distance since I know that if I swing he's going to have ace, and I would like to just have more life. Then he goes 12 into Katakuri, and with the amount of cards in my hand, I could save it, but let's see what I decide. I don't remember, actually. I could save it. Oh, he pops the Shirahoshi with the Whitebeard effect, and I'm thinking, how bad do I need this Katakuri? He can just swing into it again with his leader, so I let it go. And let's see. He still has 8 Dawn, so what does he play for 8? He goes 7 into life. I get a Shirahoshi trigger, which is crazy. And I get a 3rd Yamato. I drop the Rush Katakuri. Even though it's a really good card in this matchup because it swings neutral, it's pretty good. And then I drop the Gadatsu because that card is pretty much dead. I take this life off the Zoro. I get the Sanji blocker, which is amazing. I drop a 2k counter. And then I heal with leader effect. I drop one of my 3 Yamatos and heal. And he takes a life, and now I know this is exactly where I wanted to be. Yeah, this is exactly where I wanted to be. Was we both have 1 life left, and his last card is not counter, so I don't have to worry about it. But I still want to drop cards from his hand. I believe he still needs this Zoro, so I go ahead and I swing 5 into the Zoro, and he lets it go. He doesn't want to waste his counter here. And I'm like, okay, can I just go for game? So I'm just going to start poking at his hand. So I go 6 in, gives me a 2k, and him dropping 2ks with a 6k swing lets me know that his hand is not looking like it's full of counter. So I go ahead and I play another Yamato though to heal because I think I just want 1 more turn, and then I pass. I don't even swing the Yamato because I don't want to give him something to swing on. And I'm like, okay, with Sanji and 2 life, I should be able to live. I get Katakuri off a life after a 10k swing. He goes 10k again. And I go ahead and block this one because I don't want to have any Rush Luffy shenanigans, since I know I'm going to take his leader hit anyway. So he goes 8 in the lead. I go ahead and counter 9. And now he has to decide if he has enough rush cards to kill me or if he's just going to have to try to live another turn. And he passes with the ace in hand. And let's see. So I set up for my turn, and I think I just have to go for game. He has no blockers, so I'm just going to poke for events really quick. So we go 6 in, and since he's dropping events, I know that it's spelling the end here. And I go another 6 in, he gives me another guard point, and I'm like, well, with all these 9ks left, I'll go 9k again. He goes another 1 drop, another 1 cost with the Rad Beam to get to 10. And then I count it out throw the rest on Yamato and swing in for game, and I get it. It was, he had a lot of events to survive in hand, but I had to just get all the events that I could out. I'm not even sure if he could have survived if I just went everything in on Yamato, but yeah, we had to force him to over-counter our 6Ks, which was good. But yep, good game, Scrap Duck. Definitely want to play more of this Whitebeard matchup, maybe with some other decks as well. Everybody, you guys have a good day, and if you liked, please like, and if you can, leave a comment. Let's see if people want to see more Whitebeard. You guys have a good day. Peace.